It's my privilege at this time to recognize a number of different people. It's been my good fortune over the years to personally know many of the people who have been presented the Byrne Award. This past year, as in other years, this year's and past years, this personal knowledge has allowed me to give my enthusiastic endorsement to the winner, because in each case, including this year, I know that the recipient lives up to Al Byrne's belief that all young people should be entitled to adequate facilities, good coaching, and all that it takes to run a sports organization for both team and individual sports. And also because the recipient of this award has to be an individual who desires no recognition. This year, we had to go to extra lengths to make sure that we kept the award winner's name a secret, because we knew that if he found out, he would insist that someone else receive the award. Now, usually, I wait until the end of my introduction before giving the name of the recipient. But because after a few sentences, it's going to be obvious who this year's winner is, I'm going to ask, and this will be the first time he knows he's won, I'm going to ask John Watts if he would come to the podium. As John is coming forward, I want to share with you just a few of his contributions to the sports world of Northwest Florida. John served as president of the All Sports Association in 2006, but his acts of leadership did not stop with him being president of the organization. One of the many jobs that he had was putting together the breakfast on Friday morning for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, one of the most widely attended events in Okaloosa County, sold out here at the Convention Center every year. John has been the person since its inception that behind the scenes has made this happen. His involvement with that breakfast led John to become a founder of the local chapter of the Okaloosa-Walton Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And I can tell you that his financial contributions, his time and commitment to that organization has made it probably one of the best FCA chapters in the Southeast. And his efforts, both financially and time, have been largely anonymous. Although John Watts would vehemently deny that he has been instrumental in the formation and the promotion of the Danny Wuerffel Trophy effort, Danny Wuerffel would be the first to tell you that John Watts may well be the person most responsible for the fantastic success of this trophy movement. John has served as a coach and sponsor of numerous T-ball teams, YMCA teams, and middle school teams. Again, he's contributed money. More importantly, he's contributed his time, and always trying not to let anyone else know of this involvement. On the nomination form for John, the person that nominated him had these words to say, and let me quote from the form. John Watts is one of the most dedicated, Christian, selfless persons I have ever met, and he coaches his players the same way he leads his life. And I know John Watts, I know his parents, Edwin and Mary Watts, and I can tell you that all three of them live on those principles of life. So I say to you, John, it's time for you to come out of the shadows and receive this recognition as this year's Byrne Award winner, John Watts.
I was sitting in my seat. I don't know whose name I was expecting to here, but it certainly wasn't mine. Looking through that name of Al Byrne winners, I still am not sure my name belongs on that list, but I sure am grateful to the All Sports Association. I'm not sure what's in the secret sauce here in the Panhandle of Florida, but I grew up influenced by men like Don Ankers, Jim Ross. We went to Trinity United Methodist Church in 1984, and I can tell you that there was a seed planted at that time, and I'm sure Jim had something to do with it. But we also grew up with just too numerous volunteers at the T-ball level, baseball level, Little League level, basketball. So many volunteers that planted seeds, but there's also some air bases that are real close to us, and there's a lot of men and women that serve selflessly. And I was at the lunch Wednesday, and I listened to Dean Vincent introduce one of our Hall of Fame winners, Sam Hairstain, and he quoted a verse, John 15:13. There's no greater love than a man that would give his life for his friends. And so putting that in perspective, I'm not sure I deserve this honor, but I sure am grateful, and just hope that in the volunteer work that we do as a community, we can honor God with our effort, but at the same time be reminded of folks that have given all in their service to us. So All Sports Association, Wuerffel Trophy guys, I love you. Relationships are everything, and I appreciate them. And Tom Russell, I know you had something to do with this, and I love your brother, but I'm going to get you when it's done. So thank you very much. Thank you, Don.
The All Sports Association appreciates the opportunity to continue to be a part of the Wuerffel Trophy presentation, even though that now has a national stage. This